I feel like I might get the same look achieved if I just ate fried chicken. It's that like greasiness.
Hi there, my name is Salorm.
Hi, my name is Jasmine.
I'm Spencer, and today I'm going to be trying Becca Cosmetics No Pigment Foundation.
Sounds a little suspicious to me. Isn't the point of foundation is that it has pigment? I mostly do drag when I do makeup, so usually like you need to really cake it on there to get like a good ending.
Before I really dove into doing full face beats and whatnot, I was really into tinted moisturizers. But the foundation sticks that I use now, I still don't really use that much, but I always feel like foundation, you know, ups the ante a little bit.
I have very oily skin, it has some acne scars going on.
I have a little bit of combination skin, more on the drier side, and I have some freckles that I was born with.
I have combination skin, so I get oily around my teeth. My skin is also acne prone. I have a lot of breakouts and I scar so easily. Usually when it comes to foundation, I go for more of a matte finish.
My skin type is pretty much a combination. It's something that I'm trying to understand more. I usually prefer a natural finish or like a matte finish. As long as I look good, I'm honestly like, okay.
As I've gotten older, I've learned to kind of let my skin breathe a little bit more. I kind of like medium coverage foundations or buildable foundations.
I don't know much about the pigment-free foundation. I think I'm blown away by it. I'm not quite sure what exactly it is, but I think that it could work in kind of covering and blurring pores. So there it is. This is the packaging. Really sleek.
Fancy.
Becca Zero No Pigment Virtual Foundation. Virtual uses the clear light blur technology that diffuses light around the face to smooth and blur imperfections without pigment.
So it does say it's matte finish. Don't love a matte finish.
This is so cute.
It has no color. I mean, like, I know that's the point, but it literally has no color. Like, literally, I feel like this is the foundation of the future. It's heavy. You could like smack somebody with this.
It says that this is a makeup skincare hybrid. In times right now where I'm staying home a lot, if I do go out, I still want to look cute, but I'm wearing a mask anyway. Your like makeup gets on the mask, and I feel like this is going to really help me.
Oh, it comes with a little spatch. A little spatula.
So it doesn't have a scent, which I think is good for a lot of people's skin.
It's very cold, kind of feels like petroleum jelly.
So it looks kind of like silicone or something.
It looks very blurring already and it's just on my finger. So I guess I'll just put it in all the places that I would put foundation normally.
Can you see it? Oh my gosh. All right, we're just gonna move it all over my face now.
We're in this. It's not going to cover any of my acne. It feels hydrating, which is nice. I like that.
It feels like aloe vera. It's like a more wet consistency than I would say a primer.
When I put it on, it feels very liquidy, kind of almost like I'm putting on an oil, but a little thicker.
When I watched the video on the website, the Becca makeup artist said that it's supposed to feel like a cool splash of water on your face, and they're not wrong.
Ooh, that's cold. That's a cold feeling right there. Ooh.
So I put a little bit on my face right there. I'm gonna put a lot right there. I don't know if I need to put more or less. If I put too much, I can't tell.
I feel like my skin looks smoother. It's just like a jelly type thing, like a gel. It seems like a moisturizer, but it's not.
I don't know that my skin looks any different than it did before.
It feels very light and refreshing. I can't tell if there was any change. I don't know. Was there?
It does cover up some pores. I can sort of see it. I feel like I'm trying to see things though.
Well, I'm not sure if I notice a big change in my skin. I feel like it's definitely a more dewy look, which some people love. I don't. I like to be completely matte.
I feel like it's gonna be kind of difficult to tell the difference since it's such a minor change. With foundation that has pigment in it, you can really see the results right away.
feel like my pores are less noticeable. Not the best for coverage, but...
This is not gonna work with drag. This is like definitely for that like no makeup look. Maybe we need to apply some more. Also, how do I set this? Do we set this with a powder?
Okay, so I waited a minute and I just wanted to say that I really actually think once it solidifies, it really does give a kind of blurring overlay on your face. I don't know, I think it's also just giving my face like a nice shine that doesn't look oily. It's almost like a glow.
I'm gonna do the rest of my makeup.
Gonna do concealer, bronzer, all that stuff, and see if it like makes sense with this foundation, if it doesn't just look like I did a full face beat with no foundation. That'd be weird.
Normally I would powder my whole face, but I kind of want to see like how this does, keeping my face as matte as possible. I'm very curious.
I look crazy right now. I feel like it looks more foundation-y now that I set it.
This whole thing is kind of like reassuring me that my skin doesn't actually look so bad, even though like I'm pretty insecure about it.
Oh wow, I don't like this at all. This is not what we signed up for. Ooh.
Okay, I'm also putting on Becca's new Hydralite lip gloss just to give me some color.
Yeah, this is a very, very no makeup look. I think best case scenario, if this ends up being something that doesn't quite make me feel that oily looking, then we're in the clear. Jesus, am I flaking? What am I flaking for? Is that some flaky flake I see?
My face still feels like a little bit wet from the foundation. I wonder if that's normal.
So I used my concealer, used a little bit of blush, a little bit of bronzer. I will say I am a little bit disappointed only because it didn't really cover up that much. It covered up a little bit, like I'm not gonna lie, it looks a little bit better, but some of that is my concealer.
Okay, so now that I have like my normal makeup on, I'm gonna go in with the Becca Zero No Pigment Glass Highlighter.
A multi-use gloss for face and lips that gives skin a wet look, glass-like effect.
Obviously it's just clear. It has a pretty big like doe foot applicator though. That's big.
Just looking at it, I don't see any of the normal like shimmer and pigment that Becca highlighters normally have.
I really just like it right here. Just a little bit of like shine.
Ooh. Okay, wait, I do like this.
I don't know if I put too much of this highlighter on.
Okay.
Okay. I feel like I might get the same look achieved if I just ate fried chicken. It's that like greasiness.
It kind of reminds me of like the 12-year-old beauty hack of like using coconut oil for like lip gloss and highlighter. Maybe that was just me being a psycho.
Okay. I'm not hating it. I'm not mad at it.
So it's more dewy than anything. This is interesting. Like, this is definitely a vibe, but like, I don't know if it's a vibe with my normal makeup routine. You feel me?
This formula cuts through a powder. So I wonder what this would look like without the powder.
I normally like to use a more matte highlighter, but this is very interesting. It just looks like gloss skin.
I like it a lot more on the lip than I do anywhere else.
Sometimes when you use a highlighter, if it's too gold for your skin or it's too pink for your skin or it's too dark or something like that, when you're looking ahead, you can see it. So it would cast some sort of like shadow or color right here. But with this, since it's clear, there's none of that.
I actually like the way the foundation and the highlighter are looking. I will say, I've been just like adding in my setting powder like throughout, and it is a little hard to maneuver the powder with the gloss.
It does the job, like it adds this shine and sheer here. Also, I do not like the finish on that, by the way. It's very tacky.
It kind of feels like a glue stick almost. If you were going to the beach or a pool party, this would be a move. For like a night out, I think you would just end up looking kind of sweaty.
It's a little bit on the lighter coverage side, and I don't know if I didn't put enough highlighter, but I like a more dramatic look.
I actually feel like a summer Joel. Like I've been out in the day running errands and then I come home and I'm like a little flushed, but also like still fine, you know? And it just feels so light.
What do you think about this more natural-ish look for me?
You look shiny. Did you put on mascara?
I did.
Yeah.
Mascara is the only thing that's like major that I put on.
I guess we'll check back in an hour and we'll see how everything looks.
Okay, so it's been about an hour and the makeup actually still looks really good. I think I kind of noticed that if you put it on a little bit more heavy, it does a little bit more of the blurring effect.
Maybe it needed some time to really settle into my skin. The highlighter, I really love.
I would definitely wear this for like no makeup days. I'm impressed that it like kind of buffed out my skin and made my skin look more uniform in photos and in videos.
I don't think it really blurred any of my like texture really. I will say that the foundation does feel matte now. For me, a foundation, you know, means that there's gonna be some sort of coverage.
If you want a full coverage foundation, this is not the product for you. I like this better. I would recommend this to other people who aren't really makeup wearers.
I like this look. I think it's really cute, it's fresh, it feels really light on my skin. Me personally, being in quarantine, having to shoot at home, there being a heat wave where I am, all of these things are reasons enough for me to try this no pigment foundation again for the future. And I just have to figure out what other products work best with that wet look.
I have a bit of a glow with my skin and it's a very even skin tone. Yes, I would recommend it. Definitely gets better as you sit.
I don't think I'll be taking this out of my makeup bag too often, but I think that there's a purpose for it. Maybe I'll use this for like a going to the gym look.
It makes me look like I'm fresh out of the spa. You will look at me and you will ask yourself, bitch, have you been drinking water? Have you been taking off your makeup every night? And no, I haven't been. I'm just wearing Becca Cosmetics No Pigment Foundation.